Javier Milei, Argentina president. What would you do if an outsider, meaning a person who never had a political party nor was a member of one? Well, that is the actual president of Argentina. Milei started as an economist, going from news channel to news channel and pointing out all the problems that the Argentinian economy had, and not only that, but at the same time criticizing the government at that time, what they were doing wrong and how he would do it.
Adoctrinamiento, afuera. Ministerio de Transporte, afuera. Ministerio de Salud, afuera. Ministerio de Obras Públicas, afuera. Aunque te resistas. Vamos a seguir por acá.
Argentina at that time was going through a tough economic situation. The government of Alberto Fernandez was having internal problems between the president and vice president Cristina Kirchner. Inflation was at its worst, a monthly inflation rate of 24% a month. The elections were coming up, and the Kirchner gang wanted to win again by putting Sergio Massa as president. During that time, Mas was Minister of Economic. He went on a money rampage, putting bills left and right, creating more of an economical problem. The president was taking notes. He did not go against them, but let them continue with what the government was doing. Milei was already a deputy in the Congress. He went for the presidency with remarkable seed. Many political parties thought that he would not be elected. Cristina Kirchner mocked him day in, day out. Milei did not do anything regarding the mocking. He just let it slide.
What did he promise? Economic systems, capitalism or free enterprise. Government size and public spending, advocating for a reduction in the number of ministries from 24 to 8. Central Bank of Argentina and monetary policy. He advocates for the eventual dismantling of the central bank to allow citizens to freely choose their monetary systems. He is also a proponent of a dollarized economy. Taxation. For him, Argentina is a tax hell, and emphasizes the role of the state as a hindrance to economic freedom, saying, "The state is the problem, not the solution." Privatization. He supports privatizing state-owned enterprises, including shale driller YPF and roads, and pledged to scrap soy taxes and ditch an electric vehicle battery bid as part of his deregulation program. Social security. He says that the current social security system as the country's cancer. Abortion and euthanasia. Opposes both abortion and euthanasia. LGBT rights and marriage. He is indifferent on the topic of same-sex marriage. He also said that homosexuality is a personal choice. When it comes to gender identification and gender-affirming care and public education, he said don't steal money from people to impose someone else's ideas on them. That is violent. Education. He is not against free education. He wants audits to take place when the government gives them money. Healthcare. Healthcare in Argentina is free, and he will keep it that way as long as you are Argentinian citizen or a permanent resident. Immigration and foreigners. Argentina and the United States accepted more immigrants than any other country around the world. He will put restrictions on immigration. He stated that he would prohibit the entry into the country of migrants with a criminal record and said that he wanted to expel those who commit crimes.
Election day. While it was a day that there was nothing going on, both parties were at their local bunkers waiting for results. I remember going to vote and standing in front of the list of candidates and not knowing what to do. I am not much of a fan of Milei, but I got my ideas in place and voted for Milei. Just like me, there were a lot of people that thought the same. The moment came and Milei won by a landslide. Massa, that ran for the presidency, had no choice and said that he lost and congratulated Milei. Within his party, tears, sadness and even revenge came to them. On the other hand, Milei bunker was all happiness and serenity. Now it was their time to shine and show what they can do to make this country better. Let's fast forward to the day he assumed office. Everything was going great. An awesome day until a guy threw a glass bottle towards the motorcade, missing the president and his sister, but did hurt one of his bodyguards. The president saw that the agent was bleeding and asked other bodyguards to help the bodyguard injured, but he would not budge and kept his post. The guy who threw the bottle was captured and taken into custody, and trial is pending.
pero lo vamos a lograr. ¡Viva la libertad, carajo! ¡Viva la libertad, carajo! ¡Viva la libertad, carajo!
From the moment Milei entered the Pink House, the opposition started their plan. Their plan to overthrow the government. The players in this scam were Kirchner political party, hardcore Peronist, all movements of the communist and social movements that also represents the left. There were marches blocking streets, and the government unblocked those streets using the police. Milei said, "You do the crime, you do the time," and he followed his word. After a month, there was no street blocking anywhere in the capital. The 100 days of presidency came, and everything he said he would do in campaign, he did it. People seem happier, even though there are things that need to be improved, like microeconomy, which this point is still in their agenda. It is very difficult to know what the future will be in Argentina, but one thing is for sure, the people back him up. And that is something that never happened in politics in Argentina. It is very interesting what this man, Milei, did in just 3 years. From going to one TV show to another and pointing out problems and how he would solve them. Mind you, that a lot of the programs he went to thought that this guy was crazy. The vice president of Argentina, Cristina Fernández de Kirchner, said on a TV news channel when she was interviewed, send him a message that said, "If you want to run for president, create a political party and run for office," which he did and won. From that moment on, all of CFK party wanted to overthrow his government and tried, but with no avail. I do not know what will happen, but for once there is a politician, which he is not a politician, that does what he promised in campaign.
Hi, thank you for visiting my channel. Please subscribe, and if you have any comments, go right ahead.